Welcome back to my kitchen. While I make my delicious blueberry and peanut butter raw egg protein smoothie, I thought, why not delve into this topic? Someone wants to say hello. Oh, so big. Why do raw egg smoothies in the first place? I mean, isn't it kind of gross? Is it even safe to eat raw eggs? What about the risk of salmonella? Raw egg versus cooked egg, protein absorption rates, and potential biotin deficiency. There's a lot to cover, so put on your science hats and let's dispel some nutrition myths. Oh God, he's Okay, so you guys know I am not a fan of supplements, and especially protein powders. Not only are they a complete waste of your money, but they're also full of ultra processed crap, additives and fillers and flavorings and hidden sugars that do your body absolutely no favors. In fact, most of your bloat and your stomach digestive issues and skin problems comes down to the crappy protein supplements you're taking. Seriously, you're better off just getting your protein from real whole food sources. By the way, this is Cleopatra's bath milk. Raw milk, one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can possibly get. Of course, if you're not lactose intolerant. But look, I get it. Protein shakes are just convenient. And you know, sometimes we don't have a lot of time and we just want something grab and go straight after the gym. And maybe you're just sick of having poached eggs for breakfast every morning. This is just 1/4 of a cup of frozen berries, by the way. And maybe a few extra. Now, the only amino acid supplement that I like to use is a collagen. This one is from Nutraviva. I really like this because it's grass-fed and grass-finished. I know it's high quality, and also it's collagen hydrolysate, meaning it's already been broken down, meaning it will be easier for you to digest. Great for skin, hair, nails, gut health, joints, all that jazz. And if you're trying to maintain your weight, you want to build muscle and you want to lose body fat and regulate your appetite, taking a collagen supplement is next level, trust me. Especially for my ladies who are 30 plus, man, you need this in your life. And if drinking bone broth isn't your thing, this is the next best thing. By the way, if you want to learn how to make my liquid gold elixir, check this video out here. I typically drink 2 to 3 cups of bone broth every single day. It's called better than Botox for a reason. 1 scoop of this, about 15 grams. Anywho, this collagen is great, but it only has 8 of the 9 essential amino acids that your body needs. It's not a complete protein. So here's where the raw eggs come in. Popping just 2 raw eggs into your shake will give you a complete protein. And just like cooked eggs, raw eggs are jam-packed full of important minerals and vitamins. And of course, healthy fats and proteins, that goes without saying. Ooh, and antioxidants too. Did you know that? Things like choline, lutein, cholesterol, and no, cholesterol's not bad for you. Vitamin D, magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, all these things are super important for your eyes and your heart and your brain health. Basically, these bad boys are so nutrient dense. They're basically nature's multivitamin. In they go. Ooh. Now, I know it sounds gross, but trust me, you cannot taste them in this shake. In my opinion, this is a far cleaner and healthier protein shake for you to have post-workout without the spikes in your blood sugar, without all the nasty processed crap.
Yeah, but like, ew, what about salmonella?
Okay, good quality eggs matter. Here in Australia, we have access to incredible produce, and the risk of salmonella is very, very low. I make sure to get my eggs from a reputable farm that I know follow high standards of practice, all the way from production to handling. I know that the chickens are healthy, they roam free on pastures, they eat worms and bugs, they get sunshine. And when it comes to me with my food prep, I always keep my eggs in the fridge, and if you are really worried, you can just take those eggs and wash them with a little bit of warm soapy water. Good hygiene goes a long, long way. I mean, you've got more chance of getting food poisoning from bagged salad, okay? Just saying. Now, I like a little bit of extra sweetness, and this is raw honey from my local area, and I literally just put like a little bit in, like a teaspoon, not even. Delicious. It goes without saying that if you don't have access to good quality eggs, don't eat them raw. Also, children, pregnant women, elderly, and people with compromised immune systems also avoid raw eggs.
Okay, but like, what about protein absorption? I've heard that you only assimilate 50% of the protein from raw eggs, and that's why cooked is better.
This is widely touted as fact, which blows my mind because it's actually based on one very weak study. Organic smooth peanut butter. Use any nut butter you like. ABC spread, almond butter, cashews, whatever, knock yourself out. I like PB. But the fact that people preach this study as if it was gospel just shows how easy it is to manipulate people with very little evidence. It's the classic case of if you say a lie enough times, eventually it becomes the truth. I'm referring to this study here. It compared the absorption rates from both cooked and raw eggs, and it found that 90% of the protein in cooked eggs was absorbed fully by the candidates, and only 50% was absorbed from the raw eggs. Sounds solid, right? But context and nuance really matters. The first issue that I have with this study is that it was only tested on 5 people. 5. That's not enough to base a solid conclusion on. And not to mention that these 5 people all aged between the ages of 28 to 76. That's a really wide age bracket for such a small group. Think about it. A woman in her 70s is not going to have the same hormonal profile or metabolism or overall health and digestive function as a 28-year-old male. But here's the kicker. All of the participants had had their colon removed less than a year prior to the study because of digestive health issues, either ulcerative colitis, which is an inflammatory bowel disease, or polyposis coli, which is basically polyps in your intestine. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This study was done in 1998. That's 24 years ago. I'd only just hit puberty and got my braces. This study isn't hard evidence. It proves nothing. It's just not relevant to you and I. I mean, if we're going to talk about poor protein absorption rates, the elephant in the room here isn't the raw eggs, okay? And yes, plant proteins, I'm looking at you.
No!
Cheers.
Okay, fine, but eating raw eggs definitely causes biotin deficiency, and that's bad.
Again, another piss poor study that's getting way too much airtime. Biotin, or B7, is a water-soluble vitamin, and it's important for many physiological processes within the body, especially for heart and brain health. Now, this study claims that the protein in raw egg whites called avidin binds to biotin in the small intestine and stops absorption, leading to a biotin deficiency. But when eggs are cooked, the heat destroys the avidin, and so it doesn't cause a biotin deficiency. Sounds legit. But again, context and nuance matters. This study was actually based on a 62-year-old woman who had liver issues, and she developed a biotin deficiency after eating 6 raw eggs every single day for 18 months. That's a lot of raw eggs, and I don't recommend anyone does that. In reality, for the average healthy adult, it would take a huge amount of raw egg whites to cause any sort of biotin deficiency, and they'd have to eat these raw egg whites exclusively for a very long period of time. I mean, who eats like that? Who would do that? No one. As long as you're eating a healthy, well-balanced diet full of nutrient-dense whole foods, you've really got nothing to worry about biotin deficiency. Plus, there's biotin in lots of other foods that you eat, like all of these. So a couple of raw eggs in your shake, perfectly healthy.